In this video, I'm going to talk about how playing other sports helps you become a better goaltender. Now, what got me thinking about this is when I was coaching one of the team's practices that I work with, one of the coaches came up to me and said, hey, I only have one goalie on my team, and when he's out for skill practice, that's an optional skill practice with the organization, he plays forward. He's my only goalie, but he's out there playing forward. We kind of need him to be playing goalie because that's what's going to make him a better goalie, right? And so I kind of wanted to address this misconception that the only way to get better at goalie is to play goalie. Unless you're 16 years old, probably or above, you don't need to just be playing goalie full time to become a better goaltender. And so I wanted to talk about in this video how playing other sports or even playing hockey as a forward or defenseman will make you a better goaltender and why it's important to do so. Now, growing up, I always played other sports, and so I've always thought about how playing other sports, being an athlete, has helped me as a goaltender. And that's not, one of the most common questions I get from parents or I get from coaches are, hey, they're taking the ice out at my local arena over the summer, let's say, or, when you're not in season. So I'm not going to be able to have access to ice. How can we help my goalie? Or if you're the goalie, how can I become a better goalie in the off season while I don't have access to ice? I won't really be able to play goalie. And the answer that we always say is, well, you should play other sports. Summertime, play baseball, play football, play soccer. Playing other sports helps you become a better goaltender. And even playing, like I said, forward or defenseman in ice hockey helps you become a better goaltender too. So when you're playing other sports, when you're doing something different than goaltending, the speed, explosiveness, power, conditioning, all those skills that you need to play those other sports, the hand-eye coordination of, let's say, hitting a baseball, hitting a golf ball, the running and sprinting and jumping and stuff it takes to play soccer, you don't really get a lot of work on that as a goaltender. When you're goaltending, your body is doing something very unique that it's probably not made to do, considering how often you have to internally rotate your hips, the mobility and strain you have to put on your hips and your joints to play goalie. You're training your body when you play goalie in a very specific manner. And when you play other sports, you get to train your body in a little bit different way that complements you being able to play goalie. So if you become the best athlete you can be, your body, as you become a better athlete, as you become stronger, faster, when you tell your body, hey, I want to do something that's goaltending related, your body is going to be able to pick it up more efficiently and much easier if you've been playing other sports and training your body in different ways. So there's nothing that you can do athletically where your body's just not going to transfer it over to being a goaltender or to, anything you do athletically, your body is going to eventually be able to use playing goalie. Playing other sports, the different focus it takes, the fact that it trains your body and your skills, your hand-eye coordination, your reaction, that's all being trained in a different manner, and it all comes together to help you if you want to be a better goalie in the long, if you want to be the best you can be as a goalie in the long run. It all comes together to help you be a great goalie. If you want to be a really good goalie, be a really good athlete. If you focus on that, you're going to end up being a really good goalie because the athleticism and the skills that you gain from playing other sports are also going to transfer into playing goaltender. And so when you're out there playing golf or baseball or football or doing those other things, that all counts into what I would call your hours of goaltending training. So you know how they say, sometimes people will say 10,000 hours you become a master. That all counts towards your 10,000 hours because you're training to be a better athlete. Again, it's not like you're going to do something in another sport and your body's going to say, well, I'm just going to compartmentalize that and not use it when I play goalie. No, anything you develop in other sports is going to help you be a better goalie, okay? And there's some examples of that. You take Pekka Rinne. Growing up in Finland, he played a sport. Him and Tuukka Rask played a sport called, I'm probably going to butcher this because I don't know how to speak Finnish, but pesäpallo, which is a baseball type sport. Pekka Rinne was also a very good soccer player growing up, and Pekka Rinne also was a very good track runner growing up. So he's a very athletic goaltender. Here he was when he played. He's now retired, but he credits his athleticism to playing all those other sports as a kid and then transferring it into his goaltending style. And you can see how all of that, the track and field, the Pesce Palo, the soccer, helped develop his probably biggest strength as a goaltender, which is his incredible athleticism. And another great thing that playing other sports does for you is over the off season mentally, it helps you sort of get away from hockey and sort of recover mentally from the season. So when you go back into hockey season, you feel recovered, you feel refreshed from having played other sports, and now you're ready to go back and get into the grind of the hockey season every day. And so if you care about goaltending and you want to be the best goalie you can be, you don't have to just practice goaltending to be the best goaltender you can be. And actually, I would advise that you play other sports to become the best goaltender that you can be. I think it's a misconception that the only way to be a better goaltender is just to practice goaltending. Like I said, if you're under 16, you're still a kid, you should be playing every sport you can get your hands on when you're not playing hockey in the off season. Okay, if you love hockey and that's what you want to do, that's great. But you should also be playing other sports, and taekwondo, karate, baseball, football, golf, soccer, basketball, tennis, racquetball, anything. All of that transfers into being the best goalie you can be. So if you want to play out and you want to play forward or defenseman for practice, or you want to play forward or defenseman over the summer, play forward and defenseman. When I was 12, I played defense in the house league around my hometown. That helped me enjoy playing goalie more when I was playing goalie, and I think it also helped me learn hockey and helped me enjoy playing goalie more in the long run. My final thoughts on this are, if you're worried that you're not going to become a better goaltender because you're spending time playing other sports, or if you're worried that your goalie, you're a parent or a coach and you're worried that the goalie on your team isn't going to be the best goalie they can be because they're playing other sports, don't worry about that. That's all part of, if the end goal is to be the best hockey player you can be, or the best goalie you can be, the best hockey player, that's all going to help. And so I highly recommend playing other sports, and practice those sports too. You don't just have to go play and be bad at them. Practicing those sports, working on your soccer ball dribbling skills is going to help you, again, be a better goaltender, because the coordination you need with your feet to dribble, to kick, all that is going to transfer over into the coordination you're going to need to play goalie, and it's going to make you a better goalie. There's plenty of athletes out there, plenty of really great hockey players that were good at all the sports they played growing up, and there's a lot of multi-sport athletes that end up being the best in their sport after they zone in and focus on one sport, maybe when they're a junior in high school or something like that. So if you're already being an athlete, if you're already playing other sports, great job. And if you're worried that you're not going to become a better goalie because you're not playing goalie all the time, don't worry about that. Enjoy yourself, have fun being an athlete, and being the best athlete you can be is what's going to make you the best goaltender you can be. Trust me on that, okay? I hope this video helps. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down in the comments below and we'll get to them. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. And again, I hope this helps. Take care.